Hi my YouTube tribe, how are you? This is Dee back with you again after a little hiatus there. I think it was probably about 6 weeks, something like that. Yeah, I took some time off to enjoy the rest of the summer, and I was also a little tired with all of these retrograde planets. And so after I have put out this video, which is just going to be a talk about the astrological influences solely, then I will start doing the general monthly videos that have a summary of the astrology as it pertains to each sign directly, followed by my usual readings, okay? But because there is such a major planetary shift right now, I didn't want to make the regular monthly videos too long by going into all of this, so I decided to just do a video just on the astrological influences that we have now. Obviously, as you are all aware, I am not an astrologist. However, I am an astrology enthusiast, okay? And enthusiast. So, and I think it's also important to know what planetary influences are affecting our daily lives and what's going on in our individual situations. It gives a little bit more insight as to why we may be experiencing certain things, okay? So finally, Mars is direct, or it's going direct tomorrow on the 11th, okay? Saturn went direct on September the 6th. And Jupiter went direct as well in July. And those are a lot of major heavy-hitting planets right there that were all retrograde. So needless to say, it's been rough the past, 3 or 4 months for a lot of us, okay? Because with Saturn retrograde, that could have had some of us feeling a little stuck, okay? And also Mars, Mars is a planet of energy and passion and momentum and getting things done and getting that tailwind behind you to make things easier, to accomplish. And that was retrograde too for the last couple of months, okay? And then Jupiter, which is the planet, benefactor planet, spiritual, that type of thing, that was retrograde too. And all three of those planets were retrograde all at the same time. I don't know about you guys, but I felt it. I definitely felt it. Things that are usually easier to accomplish just seem to just weigh heavily on me. It took longer to get those things moving and off the ground. However, if you had been listening to my videos and the videos of a lot of other astrologers, they had warned about this like 3 months ago, that it's, if there are things that you don't really have to push forward with, just go with the flow, because everything with this transit would be so much more difficult and more time consuming, more energy consuming, okay? And I definitely felt that. That was why I took a month and a half off. I said, okay, I need to recuperate. I'm just going to go with the flow, So now what we should feel now is a momentum slowly starting to emerge, to increase, okay, which will assist and help us move forward with our goals and our plans. There won't be that feeling of driving with your brakes on. type of energy, that kind of stuck energy. And also with Saturn moving forward, some of us may have felt when it was retrograde that we had really, we were really burdened with a lot of responsibilities and a lot of extra work, maybe doing more overtime, or maybe our supervisors were asking more of us, or or just a feeling of just feeling stuck or stagnation in any area of your life. And also Saturn is the planet they call the Saturn of the planet of karma. So basically, when Saturn is retrograde, it actually gives us all an opportunity to see where we have reoccurring patterns in our life, okay, or behaviors, or and it helps us, give us more awareness of those patterns and those behaviors that are not, that are self-defeating, and then that are not getting us to where we want to be. So even though Saturn retrograde can be a bit of a hard taskmaster, there is a purpose for that, okay? So that has been a time for a lot of us to be able to be aware of any fear-based behaviors, or just where we're ignorant in certain areas where we should be wiser, and how to stop repeating those patterns and release them. That's the whole point of the Saturn retrograde. And Saturn has been retrograde probably, I think, since December. Okay, for those of you that have Capricorn or any earth signs in your chart, whether you're a Capricorn or not, because Saturn governs Capricorn, many of you may have felt that over the last six months, that everything, it's like pulling teeth. Things that usually, tasks that you can usually get through or take care of in a minimum amount of time is now taking a lot longer. It's taking more energy, and for some of you in some areas, some things may have just come to a screeching halt, for all I know, okay? And Saturn is also about authority figures. So some of you may have been having issues with authority figures, the government, or even your parents, okay? However, the good thing is that these karmic situations happen so that we all have an opportunity to bring balance to whatever situation that Saturn retrograde is affecting in our life, okay? And so when Saturn goes direct now, you should start to see rewards for your hard work, for hanging in there, pushing through, doing whatever you need to do. And we should start to slowly see that work that we've done paying off in small increments, because we have the effect of Saturn now for another 1.5 years. But now that it has actually turned direct, we should slowly, be able to plan, or those intentions that we had or goals we were working on, we should start to see them inching forward and start to see the rewards for our hard work and our tenacity and diligence, okay? And hopefully also some of these responsibilities that were weighing on us, excess responsibilities, should start to lighten up as well now. And with Mars being direct as well, or it will be direct tomorrow, things should move forward a lot easier. There should be more momentum, and we'll have like a tailwind behind us now, where everything shouldn't be like, we're trying to pull teeth. Okay. So So that's excellent. So if any of you have been feeling stuck or stagnation, or some of you may have felt a little isolated, or you may have been feeling, you know, criticism from others, from supervisors, from authority figures, and sometimes we are even our own worst critic, okay? Sometimes self-criticism. Some of this should start to move out now, okay? Slowly, but it's definitely moving in the right direction. Thank God. That's all I can say to that. And we had Jupiter turn direct as well in July, so that's great. And I believe, what day is it? I think on the 11th as well, we have a new moon in Virgo, and Mercury is also moving into Virgo, so that will be great for communication and for realizing your goals and your intentions and making them tangible. Okay, communication should be more fruitful, more positive, and flowing in the right direction, and in a way that we can realize our goals. Okay, so for example, there may have been some ideas that you've been working on for the last 6 months. You should start to see them move forward and experience some very fruitful negotiations and communication. Okay, and then also we have a full moon on September the 24th in Aries. Now, but this full moon is also making a square to Saturn on the 24th of September. So Saturn has a way of, can have a way of making you feel restricted, and even have a sort of depressing influence on our feelings and our relationships, okay? Especially with Chiron conjunct the full moon. So you may start to see or feel fears surface that have to do with any deep wounds from our childhood or childhood memories, okay? But like I said, it sounds awful, you know, and you're thinking, oh no, you know, I don't want to deal with that. But there needs to be an awareness about these feelings, and they do need to, if they're suppressed, they do need to be brought to the surface so that they can be dealt with, okay, and healed. So it is actually positive, okay? And also in the first week of September, we have a beautiful aspect between Venus and, is it Venus and Jupiter? Hold on. I think it's Venus and Jupiter, I'm not sure, okay? Venus and Libra, okay? So this is, it's going to be a very, very harmonious aspect in the first week, the first 10 days of September for your relationships, because Libra also rules alliances of any sort, partnerships and bonds that you have with others, okay? So, and also Leo there is an aspect to Leo in here as well somewhere. So with Venus, with this transit between Venus and Leo and Libra, there is definitely going to be a time of really considering, because Leo is also about the heart, about being true to oneself, about tapping into your personal power, your confidence. And so this aspect will be asking us to reevaluate You know, what do I really love? You know, in whatever area of your life it shows up. It could be your work, it could be a relationship, but because Libra is in the in the fray here, this definitely will be affecting a lot of people's partnerships, strong bonds and alliances. Okay, so with this aspect, it's also asking us to look at those areas of our life that may just be superficial. You know, it's about wanting to be authentic. Also looking at what you genuinely love, what you love to do, what you love about yourself. You know, what is beautiful to you, what's authentic to you. Okay? And it's also going to have us look more into how we are not honoring ourselves. Okay, so that's that aspect. But that being said, I'm not sure if it's at the end of September or the beginning of October, Venus is going to go retrograde as well. So Venus is your planet of relationships, money, self-worth, self-love, how you express your beauty. Okay, so that's something coming up at the end of the month, next month. It's to do with your value system, your image, your taste, what you find attractive. And so next month you may find that some of those, you might be making a change in some of those areas. Okay. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about in this video. So basically, just to say that there is a lot of forward movement now. So anyone that was feeling stuck, you should start to slowly feel unstuck, start moving forward. Some of us may have had to learn some hard lessons over the last 6 months, okay, and had an opportunity to rework those areas of our life, and be aware of and release any self-defeating behaviors or patterns in our life that we keep repeating that may be fear-based. Okay, so, and then some of you may also start to know, to get recognition for your hard work and rewards. Okay, and start to see the payoff for everything that you've put in. So that the reward will be in relation to what you've put in. Don't expect a big reward if you haven't done anything. Okay, if you haven't put in the work. Okay, that's Saturn. Okay, so I'm going to start doing your readings now, the monthly general readings for all the signs. So look out for those, and thank you all for your support, and for those of you that have ordered readings for me, thank you as well for those. And okay, until then, okay, bye.